Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington football team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Wilson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
13 yards there and a Washington 1st. Here's Gibson on the read option.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Play action. It's Wilson.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 14-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Here's Wilson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
That one caught by Felton.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon on presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. To try again after the sack. Wilson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
They go play action now. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
They'll go. It's Gibson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
2nd down and goal. Wilson forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. To throw is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Wilson on first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson as the first half is winding down. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And Myers able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's a 1st down and more for Gibson.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. On the move to his left. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Take it at the 37. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Partner, took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 45 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, You need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Now Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. On first down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. To throw again is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here we go on 4th down, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Demetric Felton, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Flushed out right.
That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Joe Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. The 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They called his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being tucked on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Wilson will throw again. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
45, 45.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Dustin Hopkins for the Washington field goal.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
That's going to be taken in by Felton. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down.
Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Again, Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Wilson.
That one caught by Felton.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. To throw is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson wants to throw it. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Wilson.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And here's a give to Gibson.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd and 9, Wilson slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass,